James Harden establishes himself as one of the greatest Sh00ters ever. At some point this season, amid hundreds of makes, James Harden established himself as one of the greatest three-point shooters in NBA history. Let that idea sink. Harden may not fit the archetype, but he's a. It's just that he. This is why Harden can walk into Memphis and knock down 9 threes with apparent ease. It's how Harden has. By raw percentage, it would be easy to find Harden's credentials: 35.8% this season, 36.3% for his career lacking. It would also be Harden championed a version of the three-pointer that is inherently more difficult and wields it at a scale that should be untenable. Instead, it Ga Morant step back three. So let's call him what he is. Harden isn't only detailed play-by-play data only technically extends back to the 2001 season, but considering that Harden's 1,071 unassisted threes alone would rank 92nd on the all-time list as it is, that previous eras were more averse to shooting threes in general, and that unassisted threes were frowned upon for decades, it seems a safe assumption that Harden is actually the all-time leader in unassisted three-point shooting. Related slideshow: Best of the NBA season provided by MN.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park, pot.